What's going on, everyone? My name is Nick, or Catalyst, and in this video I'll be reviewing the Federov Avtomat. That is really difficult to say. The brand new medic assault rifle that's new in the name of the Tsar DLC. Of course, it's not an actual assault rifle per se, but it plays like one, and it is one of the most popular weapons from the new DLC. But is it good? And the answer to that is quite simply yes, it's damn good. It is well worth the trials and tribulations it takes to get this weapon. The Avtomat really is a unique weapon, especially to Battlefield 1, and it brings a huge element to the meta class that has been lacking for a damn long time, really since launch. And that is a viable mid-range game. I think overall the meta class has got the best set of weapons. This DLC support also has some really good weapons. We'll be covering them tomorrow, and snipers on Thursday. So looking at the Avtomat, it has a fire rate of 450 rounds per minute with a maximum damage output of 28 damage points and a minimum output of only 19 damage points, meaning that this weapon can be anywhere between 4 to 6 shots to kill depending on where you are hitting. If you are hitting in the chest in a one-on-one engagement, it's going to be 4 to 6 shots, but of course if you're shooting the head it's going to be less. If you're shooting the arms and legs it's going to be more, because different parts of the body have different damage multipliers. So even though it's between 4 to 6 shots to kill, the fire rate is pretty high. It's exactly the same actually as the SMG-08-18 submachine gun that was released in the new DLC as well. So it's right on par with some of the submachine guns. I think the SMG-08 is the only one that it's on par with, but it's actually really close to the MP-18 Trench, only by about 50 to 100 rounds per minute. The Federov holds 25 +1 rounds in the magazine, so there's a decent sized clip as well to pump out a lot of damage. The recoil is really kind of weird on the rifle because the hinges around the iron sights will shake, as you're seeing right now, and bounce around, but the sight itself isn't doing that. You are still shooting straight, even though it may look like you're going in a weird direction. And that's really the only complaint that I have about this weapon, is the recoil. Not because it's particularly unpredictable, it's just awkward to look at and use. But other than that, this weapon is absolutely fantastic. So for the trench version of the rifle, you need to get 40 kills with the Celbrigati trench, which I found to be a little bit challenging because the Celbrigati is one of the weaker weapons in the meta class as well as in the game, but it should not be too difficult. You also need 40 squad heals, which is literally nothing. You just go around healing your squad mates. You can get both of these done in about 2 to 3 games potentially. The optical variant, you need 50 kills with the Subsplatter M1916 optical version and then 20 kills with the C96 pistol. You can go for this variant if you want. It's not the hardest to get either, but I really don't see any use for it unless you're a completionist, because the optical sight, at least in my opinion, really doesn't add anything to the weapon at all. Now, I mentioned it a little bit before, but the reason this weapon is so good is because it allows medics to effectively play the medium range game and compete quite well with submachine guns and shotguns. You know, most of the medic rifles in the game force you to be a little more timid and long range with your playstyle, picking off people and then rushing out for revives. But the Federov Avtomat really throws all of that out the window and allows medics to push out and get those tough revives. Not to mention that the weapon itself is extremely lethal. The damage output of the weapon is very solid, and you can dominate games sometimes with this weapon. A great medic is one that can kill and revive with equal effectiveness, and as I've been saying, the Federov is really quite good unless you are hip firing. Hip fire is one of the weaker stats on the weapon, even if you're using the trench, the hip fire is still so I would still stick to ADSing and not trying to run and gun, but still, the Federov can be very competitive with close-up weapons. So, is the Federov Avtomat good? Yes, and beyond yes. This weapon is absolutely worth your time to grind and get, and once you get it, it will probably stay as either your go-to weapon or a weapon that you will consistently use in your arsenal. Thank you all so much for watching. There are a lot of videos like this on the internet, so thank you for clicking and watching mine. Like the video if you enjoyed it, and if you are new to the channel, we put up videos every single week and mainly focus on funny moments and awesome gameplay, so subscribe. My name is Nick, Catalyst, and I will see you all on the battlefield.